So it's the next day here, and once I put gas back in it, fired up, and it's running halfway decent. The choke's about halfway on right now, I'd say. But there's still some old gas in that tank, and I have not actually cleaned that carb, so here I just let it sit and warm up here for a little bit, come up to operating temperature. Just run. I checked the steering does work and everything, so if I had some air in this tire, I would drive it right now, even though it is sprinkling. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out a spot in the shop to drive this in, and then I can work on it and make sure the battery's charging, and I can put the 3-point hitch on it and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to go up and clear out a spot in the shop. And I guess I ought to change out the negative battery cable so it actually holds itself to the battery. Might be a decent idea, huh? So anyhow, so right now it's been sitting here running for a little while, and it says it's up about 165 degrees, I think, if this gauge is accurate. No, I don't know. And it's saying right now I got a little over, say about 25 pounds of oil pressure maybe. So everything seems like it's working. The hydraulics work. So yeah, the only thing not working are the lights, and I don't know about the charging system. So the PTO seemed like it worked when I tried it. I'm gonna shut it off here so you guys don't have to hear me yell over it, but you can listen to the rain in the background. So anyhow, what I thought was a crack in this gas tank, I guess it must just be like an exterior cover to it, because I took the cap off and I shined my bright flashlight in here and tried to see anything going in there, and I don't see anything. So maybe this is like a what I consider is like a 2-ply gas tank. There's like an exterior cover to it and like an interior bladder. So worst thing happens is it leaks, and I'll put a riding tractor gas tank on it just to run it. 5-gallon gas tank over a 9 or something, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 it was. I looked it up, I don't remember. So anyhow, I got a spot cleared out in the shop and an air hose run down here. I will bring you guys back. Then I gotta find attachments to run with this thing. Considering I don't have no rear PTO, don't do me no good. If it had rear PTO, I could probably run the 9Ns brush hog on here. I could pick up the plows, but I can't. I know it won't pull a 2-bottom plow, because duh. So might be in the market for 3-point stuff nowadays. The first time on the 900 here. See how high range works here. Go up here and drop some tools off. Well, test drive might be short-lived. I'm gonna have to clean this carb a little bit better, I think, but at least I got to drive it for a second. That's the first time I put any load to it, and it's definitely not responding well, so let me get the crap cleaned off here. I'll keep a screwdriver with me in case, but I'll go for a little better test drive. So I half-assed cleaned the carb one more time here, and we're out trucking around a little bit. It's still running on full choke, but it'll idle real good now, so I could not get the main jet out of it to clean it, so I'll run it around a little bit and hopefully it'll clear itself out. It ain't perfect, but getting better. I might just have to take that carb off and just soak it. It seems like the accelerator pump's working in it too, so now it's probably flooded. The oil pressure gauge does kind of work. See it moving back down there. It's loosening up. So anywhere between 20 and 40 pounds it's got there. Voltmeter appears not to work. Apparently this always had a big set of key rings swinging around on it. I think you guys can see the marks. Not a whole lot of hours on this. I think it's just getting ready to turn over 1,000 maybe? I don't know. No, it says 342. Who knows? So the hydraulics work though. And the one I want to work and I want to start working on is the 3-point, and of course it don't hardly move at all. So like I said, I'll let this thing just sit here and run for a little while. Stick some gas in it. It's not really smoking like it was either, so that's a plus. Clutches seem good and strong. I only ran it in first and third gear. Second seems okay. Fourth seems okay, but ain't got no power. It runs there, but she ain't quite running right enough to be using fourth gear, so sweet. So for anybody messing with one of these, this is actually the main adjustment screw over here. I was just fiddling around and figured that out. That's the main, and that appears to be the idle. So you guys can hear the choke is the whole way off now. And it seems like it's running halfway decent. Sounds like the valves could probably use adjusted, but you know. only remember this still has a mix of old gas in it too. I keep forgetting about that. I put some fresh in it, but it's still a mix of old gas, so maybe I'll just put some more fresh gas in it and just keep driving it around until it smooths out or craps out, one of the two. So let me go drive this thing around a little bit. Fourth gear here, just cruising. I would say I got some bad clutch bearings maybe? I don't know, just smoothed out there. Seems like it only rattles under load. Still not running quite right. It went back to running with full choke on when I come up over the hill. So. I think it's going to be one of them carbs I'm going to be screwing with for a while. Oh yeah, my tire is going flat already. I don't know if it was flooded or what there. Huge. What are you doing, Chugga? Alright, that's one thing about this arrogant thing. The darn starter solenoid. Most aggravating. So, just wanted to clarify something. This screw I was messing with on the side of the carb is the main fuel jet. It is not an adjustment, and it was plugged. Hopefully it's focused. I can't tell. But anyhow, you guys get the idea. So we're going to put that back in and see what it runs like now. Yeah, when I loosened it, it let all the fuel go by it. So, you know. So guys, I think I've come to this point with the 900 where I know everything runs and functions. It needs some work. And it's also going to need 2 rear tires because... well, or minimum, it's going to need 2 tubes. So there's no reason for me to go through and get this thing to run perfect when I can't physically use it for anything. Can I put the 3-point on it? Yes. And that will happen someday here too, but not right at this moment. Just because priorities, I have some people interested in some of these tractors, so... for right now, the 900 project is going to get thrown on the back burner. And I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for some 29, 12, 15 tires. So they're kind of weird and kind of unique. Yeah. Kind of like a ground, which is a ground maintenance tractor or a golf course tractor tire, as far as I know. So, I'm going to be looking around for those. And I think the clutch bearing is going out on this side, which is not the end of the world if it's the same as an 800 tractor, because that's what it looks like, 800 or early 8000s. So yeah, I may behind the scenes, or I may take a video of this. And I found the illustrated parts breakdown for the 3-point. And I'm pretty sure I have all the parts over there in the box. Actually, I think I have 2 setups. So what's going to end up happening there is I'm going to put the 3-point on this just to get the parts on it and not laying in a box. That way they don't get lost or misplaced, or if I manage to tear up some 3-point hitch parts, I'm doing pretty good, but anything is possible. So anyhow guys, I'm going to drive this thing back over and park it underneath the canopy for right now. And apparently the neighbors are shooting off firecrackers or something. Fireworks. I don't know. And yeah. I'm going to move on to some other projects. And seeing how this 8000 has been a butt, it's going to get kicked out. I'm going to put a hitch on the 60 LS, and this thing is going to get put inside somewhere because it's not going to sit out in the rain for long, especially with the sweeper. So I think what I'm going to do is pull in either the 430 or the 2 LIs out of that bunch I want to get rid of. And one is probably going to go to a friend, and the other one will probably be for sale. So you guys will have to stay tuned and see how those turn out. So later, gentlemen. Now, and ladies, if you happen to be watching. Watching about this big GMT 900. Yo. Later. Shame, it actually, with no load, runs pretty decent. Oh well, I get two tires for this thing. If I get 2 tires for this thing, we'll come back to this project. Or I find a mower deck, then I'll put the 3-point on it and stuff too. So that's all, folks. At least for this time. Later, guys. On to the next projects.